Greetings, 8th grade Holmes Hawks. It is my hope that each of you are doing well and have been able to enjoy some of the summer-like weather we recently had. I want to first start off by saying you are all missed and have been through this unprecedented time our world has experienced. This truly has been a learning curve for us all. As a nearly 30-year educator, I have to honestly say that over these past 3 months, I couldn't be more proud or impressed with the students and staff at Holmes Middle School. The new way of learning that was introduced and the responsibilities that each of you took with the support of your family and the constant correspondence with your teachers was amazing. We kept a close eye on our students, and your response to staff and participation in this new learning style was amazing. During challenging times and/or situations, I often find a positive, and believe me, I found many that I would like to share with you, our 8th grade class of 2020, who will soon be moving on to the next chapter of your educational journey. As students of Livonia Public Schools, each of you has been immersed with our district's vision of being a community with character. I would like to spend a couple of minutes talking about these character traits and how this pandemic has strengthened your understanding of many of them. Respect, responsibility, mindfulness, grit, empathy, integrity, reflection, confidence, all traits each of you possess. During this time, each of us had to make adjustments to what was our normal way of life, including each of you students. Each of you has begun to master the use of time management as you logged into your Google Classroom meetings each day. You've demonstrated self-discipline to get lessons and assignments done. You've learned how to advocate for yourselves by reaching out to teachers for a better understanding and/or clarification. I have also had several students email me to ask me questions about content or questions that were personal to them. I've enjoyed corresponding with each student that has reached out to me. Each of you has demonstrated grit as you worked through a real sense of loss this school year. There were so many second semester activities that were special to our 8th grade students that had to be canceled. Students were asked to persevere, yet be mindful of all that was going on in our world, and had to continue to move forward. From the many conversations I was able to have with families, that was what was happening. We were moving on and dealing with what our new norm was, and for that I'm very happy. While challenging, we are living in an exciting time as it provides you an opportunity to show the ability each of you possess to be self-starters and own their learning while enhancing your creativity. You have been asked to take on more responsibility at this time, which in turn will better equip you for the challenges that lie ahead. You have, I'm certain, learned and mastered how to connect with friends in a more creative way using Zoom or Google Hangout. These are skills that will never be lost, only more useful in your future endeavors. I encourage each of you to reflect on the positive things that I have shared and continue to capitalize on them as you move into your high school years. I expect great things out of this 8th grade class of 2020 and graduating class of 2024. The world is your oyster. Continue to choose wisely, act with integrity, and be confident as you embrace the changes and challenges that will come your way. It has been my honor to be your principal and share the same wishes that many of you do, that we could have ended our year on June 12th, 2020. In the words of Dr. Seuss, "You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." I'm wishing each of you all the success in the next chapter of your educational journey. You will always hold a special place in my heart, as you were the first 8th grade class I had the honor of being principal of at Holmes Middle School. I will keep my eye on this class in the years to come. I wish you all the best. Have a safe and restful summer, and we look forward to great things from you. Miss Urso.
Like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay, I say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing.
Hello 8th graders, Miss Ferguson here. These 2 years went by so quickly and so much has changed in that time. Remember to cherish the good times and hold tight to the lessons you've learned. In the words of Albert Einstein, learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. So stay curious, my friends, and never stop dreaming. Best of luck to you in your adventures, and keep shining.
You know, I never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. Girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Congratulations, 8th graders. Wishing you all of the best for all of your future endeavors. We'll miss you, Mrs. Austin.
The whole world stops and stares for a while, 'cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna
Hi, 8th grade class. This is Mrs. Gagne, and I just wanted to say what a pleasure it has been to meet and or teach so many of you this year. I wish you the best of luck at Stevenson and hope that you find the perfect blend of academics and extracurricular activities for you. You know in class that I constantly ask you to try your best in all you do. I read this quote on Pinterest, author unknown, and thought it was perfect to end with. Push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. Congratulations on finishing 8th grade and middle school. I will miss you all.
Words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say, and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth? Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you.
Hello, Holmes Honor students. This is Miss Govering, the choir teacher here at Holmes. I wanted to take a moment to congratulate all of you on all of your hard work this year and wish you the very best as you continue on your journey next year.
Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you.
I had a dream so big and loud. I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky. We danced with monsters through the
Congratulations, 8th graders. I have loved getting to know many of you over the past 2 years. I will miss you all dearly and wish you nothing but the best. Enjoy every moment of high school and remember to always be kind and behave.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. I
Hello, Holmes 8th graders. This is Mrs. Moody. You've worked so hard for the past 2 years. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. I'm so proud of you all. Best wishes to you on your journey these next 4 years. I know you'll shine bright in high school.
'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while, take you with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I've tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way. I kept on falling short of something. I could've gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in but don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while, take you with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while, take you with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up, and you make the ground, but get up now, get up, get up now. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up, and you make the ground, but get up now, get up, get up now. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to start, been holding it for a while, take you with me if I can, dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again, when I see you again.
All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up.
Good evening, 8th graders. This is Mr. Keverly. In the spirit of this year's yearbook theme, From All Angles, I want to commend you all for your ability to persevere in spite of the massive interruption to our lives. Over the course of these 12 weeks, I've watched so many of you embrace this unexpected change head-on and in a positive manner. You all have been required to approach your learning from a different perspective, collaborate among friends from new approaches, and complete daily activities through adverse circumstances and limited resources. I hope in the process you've realized how much you can achieve in the face of life's many challenging moments, and it is a clear testament to how successful you will be in life. I wish you all the best, and I'm so very grateful for my time learning and working with you.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way.
Hi, 8th graders. Mrs. Kilgore here. Well, it may be the end of 8th grade, but it is the beginning of the rest of your life. I hope your beginnings are filled with wonder, joy, friendship, and lots of wisdom gathered along the way. Congratulations!
Whoa. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't...
Hey 8th graders, it's Mr. Farkas. I want to start off by saying that it has been an absolute honor to work with such a fantastic group of young adults this year. As you continue your journey through life, I want you to remember 3 very important words. You control you. You might not always be able to control what happens, but you can control how you respond. Be strong, do the right thing, and be good to each other. Good luck next year, and I look forward to hearing great things about you in the future.
Hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Sarandria. I just wanted to take a moment to just extend my best wishes for a safe summer, and as we look ahead to the next year, a wonderful, successful, and rewarding high school experience for all of you. We're so proud of your accomplishments, and we're so sad that we were unable to celebrate you and all the wonderful things you've done at the end of this year, but know that we're thinking of you and just wish you the best. Take care.
Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can inside the line. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. No. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words.
Hey Holmes 8th graders, Mrs. Woods here. Congratulations on your finish to 8th grade. Even though it might not have been what you expected or what we were all expecting, certainly did do our best. I'm proud of you for that. I appreciate all your hard work and efforts. You're MVPs in my book. Enjoy your summer, get some rest, stay safe, stay active, and God bless for a fabulous future in your high school years.
Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten.
Hello, 8th grade home students. This is Mrs. Kowalski sending you a special hello from the art room. It has been quite the year, a year filled with unexpected disruptions and challenges. In keeping with the expectations and pride of the Holmes community, you rose to the occasion and accepted and dedicated yourselves to finishing middle school in the best way possible. While your memories of the last few months are not the same memories of past students, they are still our memories, something we shared together and something that may possibly have made you stronger. I wish you well in high school and beyond. May you always take things head on, keep a positive attitude, enjoy yourself, and always be kind. When you start to get into a rushed and hectic routine, I hope you will remember to take a step back, relax, and enjoy the moment. Take time for yourself, be creative, and have fun. Good luck next year, and don't forget, keep sharing your knowledge, experiences, memories, and of course, your creativity.
Good evening, Home Talk. We are now at the part of our program where you are going to hear from two of your 8th grade classmates who will speak on your behalf of the class of 2020 leaving home. First up, we'll have 8th grade student Kaylee Frank.
Let's go back in time, about 11 weeks ago. Remember waking up at 6:15 in the morning, rushing to get ready in time to go to the bus stop. You talk to your friends for a while until the bus pulls up and you get on, hoping to find an empty seat or searching for your friends on the bus. You arrive at Holmes Middle School and look out the window, realizing that there is yet another day of tests and quizzes and projects and papers and worksheets and worksheets and worksheets. You sigh and say, I wish I was still in bed, and walk into the building not quite ready for a new day. Eventually, the final bell rings and you escape in the halls, only to find yourself back on the bus going home. You get home and hopefully start on your homework after a snack, and some water, and a quick check of social media. You glance at the clock, time for your sport. falling asleep too late only to start again tomorrow. Those were the days. Now let's jump into the present. No one would have expected or envisioned this. No one could have wished for this. On that Thursday night, everything changed. There was no school. It is now weird to think back on it, how that was the start of it all. Now, some of us wake up at 10 in the morning thinking it's too early for this and go back to bed. And when we do get up, we stay in our PJs all day. Now, all of our busy schedules are almost empty. Some like it, some don't. Some even want to go back to school. Everyone has different opinions, but I don't think anyone could have said this is where we'd be in the crazy year of 2020. Who would have thought Zoom and Google Meet would be our main way of communicating with each other? Now we have had time to reflect on what our last 2 years have been at homes. Now we have had time to reflect on the past and to ponder our future. We have been given this time as a gift, a pause, a moment to choose who we want to be, what kind of person we wish to become, how we will impact the world, what will we be known for or known as, what will our legacy be. In this time in recorded history, we decide what we want our world to be in the giant book of our lives. Going into high school now, we have the choice of who we want to be around, who we want to be like, who we want to be remembered as, and who we want to touch. William James shares that the great use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it, a legacy that will help others and to make a difference in something or someone is worth living, something or someone that is not just about you. Each and every one of us is creating our very own unique legacy, regardless of our circumstances. Our circumstances don't define us, but our decisions on how we react to the challenges will. You and only you can choose your own legacy that you create. However, it is important to remember there are so many people who also help shape it. Teachers at homes have helped shape our legacy. They have encouraged us, supported us, helped to strengthen us, pushed us beyond our limits, and so much more. They have not only taught us, but they have changed us, and we thank you for all of your hard work, especially during quarantine. Thank you to our friends. You have been with us on the first day of 7th grade and will be with us as we step into high school. Thank you for being there with us through hard times and tough and good ones too. Finally, thank you to our families. You have been there for us and you'll always be, no matter what we go through. You all have shaped us into who we are and will become. Now I leave you with this question. What do you want your legacy to be? Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylee. That was an outstanding job. Next, I'm going to introduce Connor Curtis, who will give you his words.
I must have spent at least an hour searching for a quote that I could use to start off this speech. Not just any quote, however, the perfect quote that would be able to summarize our entire time at homes. A quote that would be able to illustrate the amazing events we experienced along with the numerous lessons we learned. A quote that would be able to capture the Monday blues and at the same time, the fun-filled Fridays. Somehow, it took me that entire hour to finally realize that such a quote doesn't exist. There's no single quote out there that can fully sum up our time at homes. Trying to find only one quote to represent our entire time at homes was about as easy as trying to read a book with your eyes closed or refraining from popping bubble wrap that's sitting right in front of you. Frankly, what I'm trying to say is recapping the entire chapter of our lives that we spent at homes with one measly quote is downright impossible. From the fateful day that we began our journey at homes, there have been opportunities quite literally around every corner. Opportunities to meet new people and establish new friendships, opportunities to take part in extracurricular activities and like clubs and sports teams and to learn new skills and new information. Honestly, the opportunities that presented themselves from the very first step we took into homes up until today are endless. There are too many opportunities to list all of them, but as we took a step into the chapter of our lives that we would spend at homes, as we took a step into a whole new world filled with limitless opportunities, we also had to make a lot of changes to our lifestyle at school. There are many changes that we had to adjust to when we started going to homes. Small changes, like having locks on our lockers and starting and ending school earlier. However, there were also some profound changes we had to make as well. such as 6 different teachers in 6 different classes, all in different rooms. Not to mention we were in an entirely different building that we had to memorize, which most of us had only been in 2 or 3 times before. Despite all the changes we had to make, we got the hang of it. Within a week or two, we didn't even have to think about what our code was before we opened our locker, and we knew our way around the building so well we could practically get to our classes blindfolded. Although change can sometimes be frightening, it brings along so many amazing things with it. The changes we had to make to fit in with the way things ran at homes brought a countless number of great things with it. New friends, new amazing experiences, and new opportunities that never would have presented themselves if we hadn't made the changes that homes forced us to make. Many of the events we got to experience at homes were ones we may never get to do again. We got to be a part of a school sports team for the very first time, and we got to go to the activity nights that were hosted by the other middle schools. We were able to go on many different field trips and also got to do smaller things like choosing our electives for the first time. However, due to coronavirus, our final months at homes were cut short, rather abruptly too. It seemed like all that we had worked for from the moment we stepped into homes up until now was for nothing. Thursday, March 12th. It started like any day normally would, and we got through the day like we normally would. But as we boarded our cars and buses and hopped on our bikes to go home like we normally would any other day, little did we know that would be the last time we left homes, leaving us with so many experiences that were waiting to happen, that we had waited so long to happen, gone. We didn't get to go on our trip to Washington, D.C., or to our last activity night that would be held during our time at homes. We no longer get honors night or our send-off party. Worst of all, we didn't get any closure. We weren't supposed to leave homes for the last time on a random Thursday towards the middle of March. It's supposed to be June 12th, a Friday that would mark the day we moved on to the next chapter of our lives. Instead, we're at home, learning online, and it's basically the new normal for us. You know what, let me say that last sentence a little more positively though. Instead, we're at home, learning online, and it's basically the new normal for us. We had enough determination to push through these hard times and continue learning at home as normally as possible. Although it wasn't easy, and we would rather be taking the familiar route by still learning at homes right now, the fact that we were resilient enough to step up and make sure our ability to keep learning was not taken from us is simply astounding. All year, we have had a different theme from Livonia Public Schools, building a community with character. Some examples are respect, mindfulness, responsibility, integrity, and many more. But for right now, there's one in particular I want to take a quick second to talk about. Grit. Firmness of mind or spirit, unyielding courage. That's the definition of grit. And the amount of grit and the amount of perseverance it took to adjust to our situation and keep on learning as normally as possible with everything going on in the world is simply, as I said earlier, astounding. The fact that all of us students and teachers were able to continue to teach and learn while going through the crisis that we are experiencing right now truly shows how much perseverance, how much grit we as a community at homes have. On a personal note, I would just like to thank our teachers for your unyielding courage during this time. Thank you for staying strong and continuing to help us despite the crazy things we're going through right now. As the end of the chapter of our lives at homes continues to grow closer and closer, remember, although the beginning of our journey at homes was scary, we made a countless amount of new friendships and amazing memories throughout our journey as well. So while we transition into the next chapter of our lives that will take place at Stevenson, there are going to be a lot of new changes we're going to have to make. But don't forget, with those changes will come a countless amount of new opportunities, new friendships, and new experiences that are right around the corner. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. An equally outstanding speech. Thank you to both of our 8th grade students who shared their thoughts to their 8th grade class of 2020 at home.
complain about.